Hello.
Not here.
37 minutes into the standoff, a police dispatcher reaches a student who'd called 911 minutes earlier.
Hello.
I'm calling.
No, there's a school shooting.
Okay, yes, I'm like, are you with officers or are you barricaded somewhere?
I'm in the classroom. One of 12. 112, yes, sir.
What's your name, ma'am?
Chloe Torres, 270. There's a lot of dead bodies. I don't understand all these situations. The guy talking with the little girl. And help them get to the door, but they're shot.
Someone's trying to get you, Chloe, okay?
Please, sir, I can't wait.
The police dispatcher stays on the phone with Chloe and alerts officers over the radio.
Today I'm going to address a topic that many students and teachers have thought about: why students should be allowed to use their phones during school time, because it's a part of their essential everyday lives. All students have faced restrictions on phone use and struggle to use in emergencies. While the phones could have been beneficial, and some pros and cons to using phones in school are to advocate policies and concerns that students like us need. To show how critical thinking and technology intersects with learning. The three main reasons are: in case there is a state of emergency or for safety, as well as communication and organization, and also for educational tools. Let's begin with, in the case of an emergency, you need to contact someone. And some examples are: if you need to contact a family member, if you have a medical crisis, or a school active shooter, or a state emergency in your area. According to National Safety Council, 94% of parents feel that they will be more comfortable having their child carry a cell phone with them to have while at school. Studies show that during emergencies, communication is the key. Phones provide instant access to loved ones and emergency services, and it's important to have because nowadays it's unpredictable. Secondly, phones are not just for texting and social media. They are for information, and students can look information, and also to access educational apps and do research on group projects and anything they need for school. And to collaborate with classmates as well. Many schools are already incorporating digital resources like Google in their classrooms, and students also use their phones to stay on top of assignments, and as well as complete other school-related activities. According to the study National Education Association, when used properly, smartphones can enhance the students' learning and develop skills, as well as the needed for the future workforce, as digital literacy and problem solving. Lastly, phones help students organize and communicate with others more effectively. According to a report, the Pew Research, 85% of teens say they use their phones for schoolwork, and 60% say that they regularly use their phones to connect with peers and teachers without school hours, and they use their phones to support one another, education, and restricting their phones can make schoolwork and communication more difficult. And without their phones, with their phones, students can be more organized and set reminders for assignments, tests, and important school events. They can use a calendar app to track their schedule and deadlines. In addition, phones allow students to communicate with teachers and other classmates out of school hours. And when they need clarification on their homework, and they want to discuss on group projects as well. Let's mention there is opposition. Of course, some people think that phones should not be brought to school because they could be a distraction and prevent students from their learning, and worry that students may use their phones to text or browse social media, or also play games on their phones during class time. While this is true, cell phones can be misused. They don't mean that they should be banned necessarily. The solution isn't to take their phones away, because it's an important tool, and rather implement rules that encourage responsible use. To create policies that allow students to use their phones for educational purposes, according to the common sense of media studies shows, and students that taught proper phone etiquette and digital responsibility, they are more likely to use their phones in a productive way. With clear guidelines, they are an asset to their education. While understanding concerns of distractions, they believe they can strike a balance and benefits bonus safety and learning to make the classroom more environmental and better for everyone. In conclusion, there are several reasons why students should be allowed to bring their cell phones, like to provide safety, learning opportunities, and communication and organization. By embracing the role that phones can play in education, schools can create a safer environment with the right technology and the educational experience to become more efficient and exciting for students, as well move forward and make sure that all students have the tools they need to succeed both in classroom and beyond.
Thank you.